Hi, my name's Heddi. I'm the big cheese founder of travel gift card mytab.co in Wintry, San Francisco. So today we're going to talk about how to select, hire and train employees. I don't care if you're a major corporation or a small corporation. There is a method to doing this and getting it right. The bigger the corporation, you're just using more and you're using more resources that you feel you should need. So I'm going to show you the basics. Let's get going. So you can go to dummies.com. Look at this. I love this. This list goes on about hiring and training employees, how to introduce new employees, deciding methods for recruitment, how to plan, how to write a job description, how to evaluate evaluations, how to evaluate your evaluations, how to prepare yourself, how to conduct interview. It goes on, and the best part is when you get to the end, it keeps on going. It's a bit like me, it just doesn't ever stop. This whole spiel, it will come in handy, but I'm going to cut it down. How an organisation, we're going to forget about all that for now, of course. How an organisation select, hire and train employees. We will go back to it afterwards. Use the foundation technique. I have done this many, many times. Selection, recommendations for in-house recruits, people who maybe want to internally be promoted. Word of mouth, WOM, word of mouth for external via existing employees. Maybe a friend's got a friend of a friend who's going to be a good recommendation, who's obviously then could be potentially hired. Recruiters, there are pros and cons of that. It can be expensive, the recruiter can take a long time, they don't really sometimes know what they're talking about. I'm not really keen on recruiters on some levels. And then you've obviously got Craigslist, Simply Hired, the ladders, depending on your pecking order and your priority about placing an ad. Create a wish list of what you want. You are wanting to settle for 5 of the 10, or like around about 80%, but go for 10 credentials. You'll be happy if you can get that bonus of 80%. You can always train the rest of the other credentials, okay? I actually wrote 10 credentials, I actually meant 5, but people make mistakes and I did today. Hire. Now you're hiring somebody, you've got 2 interviewers. 2 eyes and ears are better than 1. It can be at the same time or on different days. It is not a big deal. Always have 2 people though. Terms of agreement, lay down the expectations, organise a salary, the benefits, the goals, negotiate everything, do the handshake, get the contract going. It's very simple, very easy. Millions of companies do it. You can do it as well. You're not that stupid. Training, on the job training always. It is time and it is cost effective. Get a lead supervisor for the person that's going to oversee them, or throw them into the dragon's den. I've always been thrown in every single job, which is probably why my first ever job and ongoing has always been a C-level exec, because I was slung into it. I learned faster that way. So it depends. It depends on who you're hiring. It depends what the job is. It might be something very technical that does need to have somebody who will oversee them, or it can be based on the personality and speed of the individual on how they achieve. You need to note this one down. Either way is not good or bad. It just depends on what you're dealing with. Put somebody on a 30-day probation. Personally, you're going to put the fear of God in them to make sure they actually follow through. But because that, you're not then needing to do annual reviews. They are futile. You want to do on-the-job momentum. So those 2 tie together. And remember, irrelevant of the size of the company, it still requires the above core foundation. So now you can go back to dummies.com, go through each of those that I've just given you, and then go back to dummies.com. So what we're going to do, and this is actually really comfy. I feel a bit like a teapot, but I actually am quite comfy like this. So we're going to finish off now. Use my core foundation. Actually, no, it's irritating after a while. Use my core foundation and my technique that I gave. It is a really, really good system. Then, if you want to start fine-tuning, then go into dummies.com to look at the rest of the details. And, okay, how do you create the ad? What's the thing that you're looking for on the interview? I gave you the overview of each, but always do it on the job training. I mean, it's a really, really critical thing. I was thrown into every single job I have ever done. It is nuts. But I started off with the ground running because I'm a 1 to 10 person. I can excel really quickly. Not everybody will do it the way that I do it. Some people do need to go to a new career and have complete training. But do it while you're working. Forget about the annual reviews. It's so 1979. Nobody cares about that. Somebody's been working for a year and they're screwed up. You let them work for 365 days and screw up? No. When you're training, make sure you are continuously doing your performance evaluations, because that person could be amazing for the company, but maybe needs a bit of a tweak to move into a different role, or a tweak in the job that they're doing. So then every month or every few weeks, everybody's ego and the empowerment is working a lot better, and the confidence is building up as a full team. My name's Heddi. I'm in San Francisco and the big cheese founder of mytab.co. I'm gonna finish off like this. Have a lovely evening.